Pay the bill, pick up the check. Hi everyone, Travis Spear with Pine Financial Group, where we work together so you succeed. If this is your first time seeing our video, be sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when we put out new content. Today I'm going to talk to you about a question that I hear so frequently. Can I buy you lunch? And if you're a real estate investor, you have either asked this question or been asked this question. I just want to give you a couple tips on how to get more of those lunches and get a tad bit more value out of them. Very frequently somebody will reach out, can I buy you lunch? Can I buy you coffee? Can I buy you a beer? And it's pretty difficult to get out and meet somebody, especially when you typically know that they're not going to be able to add much value to your business. Now, for me, I make most of my revenue while sitting at my desk. That's where I'm the most productive. And so to get away for a lunch that takes 15, 20 minutes to drive there, an hour lunch, 15, 20 minutes back, that's 2 hours out of my day. That's tough to recapture. So if you're one of those people out there asking for lunches, and I've been there, I'll give you a few tips as what might help you be more successful in landing those lunches. I really encourage you to be mindful of the other person's time. If you're on a different side of town, or or you can only meet early or late in the day or something like that, I would encourage you to try to schedule in a time that makes sense for the person that you're asking for their time. So if you want to get out to lunch with somebody and you work 8 to 5 and their availability is outside of that, maybe you have to take a couple hours off of work or take a vacation day or something to schedule that event. I remember early for me in my business, when I was just getting started working full time, I would take time off of work to make sure I could get the meetings that I needed. If somebody says, yeah, I can meet you, but I only have 15 or 30 minutes, you have to stick to the schedule. Be mindful that if they gave you that time slot, to make sure that you fit that time slot. If they can't meet you for lunch, or maybe they can, or they're going to have a call with you, make sure you're on time. I've had phone calls with people who call and say, how much time do you have? I remember I told a gentleman 15 minutes, and I was watching closely, and at that 15-minute mark, he was clear to say, hey, I know you said you only had 15 minutes. Can we end at this point? Now, when I'm asking somebody for a meeting, I might ask them if they're on a hard stop. Let's say you're going to meet at lunch somewhere and you've booked it for 12:30 to 1:30. I might ask, hey, is that a hard stop for you? Or if we run over a little bit, is that okay? That way you know what the expectation of each other's time is, and that way you'll be more successful in getting the meeting. I really encourage you to add value. When you're meeting with somebody, potentially for the first time, and you're asking them for help in your business, ask them how you can add value to their business. What can I do to help you? What type of leads are you looking for? What would a perfect deal look like for you? Where would you like to see your business grow? Because you never know, you might have a background that could help somebody in that arena, maybe in your day job or in some investing you've done. So what I like to do is ask somebody what would help them in their business, and then be mindful when I see emails that come across from wholesalers or different deals that are available. They may not make sense for me, but I might find they were a good fit for that person I met with, so I could show that I wasn't just wasting all of their time, and vice versa if they're asking for lunch with me. Pay the bill, pick up the check. This happens pretty often, that you meet with somebody and maybe you had a $12 sandwich and a $4 beer. I can guarantee you an hour of the person's time you're meeting was worth more than $16. I encourage you to take care of that. I remember I met with some investors years ago. There was 3 of us. We had some beers and some appetizers. And when the check came, they were looking at me trying to figure out how we were going to split it 3 ways after I had just given them an hour of as much value as I could provide to them and help them in their business. Just pick up the check. Be sure to follow up after you've had a meeting. Hey, thanks for the meeting. Really appreciated your time. Hey, here's an article I found that was relevant to the development deal that you're working on. Or here's something I saw on the inventory in our market. How do you think that's going to affect your investing so that you can stay relevant with that individual and keep that conversation alive? So next time you reach out and ask somebody if you can go to lunch, keep that in mind. Questions, comments below. Love to interact with you, and be sure to check out www.pinefinancialgroup.com.